button. I think live. What's going on? What is going on? Dave here with Affordable Door Gate. I know you can't see me. You got to be blinded by now. I'm so sorry. I'm out doing night hustle. Had a couple things to look up at one of the properties. So we got an old pump. She no longer works. She's a crusty, dusty, rusty mother. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. Let me know if you can hear me. Make sure. Let's take a look. It says it's stuck on the scrap pile. I see Rich B's in the house. Rich, am I live still? I know it was frozen. Rich, I need somebody's help. You got type 1. Let me know we're still good. We're still moving. Are we still moving in the right direction? I'm keeping those bad boys. Good now. Perfect. All right. We'll keep rolling then. It's kind of a shame, I had a good, there was a good title on there, like I said. Oops, sorry about the rotation. I liked it. It said that, what is it? 9 to 5 pays the bills, but 6 to midnight builds the empire. I seen that. I thought that was pretty good. Might have to put that on on the end of the video or something. One of them. I thought that was a pretty good. That's how it is, man. It's the hustle, man. It's the after hours is where you really make your killing in life. It seems like. Even my neighbor guy was telling me, like he works the weekends. He actually got me hooked up on a really nice house on a weekend, and he didn't have to come in and tell me about it, but it was a good deal. It's off market, and that's just how sometimes it goes, man. That's sometimes how you make the good money is those after hours, that late night hustle, all that grand stuff. Like I said before, maybe we didn't say it, I didn't hear it or whatever. You guys more welcome. Ask any questions, any good stuff on anything you want while we're here doing live, because I do them for you. I'm just the host. I'm here to give you a little bit of entertainment and hope and dreams, all that good stuff. Motivate, create, all kinds of stuff. Just getting some of the stuff before we go sit down for a second here, see what's up. If you guys got any questions, get me fired up. Don't be afraid to ask. Doesn't matter. Don't think it's a stupid question. There's no stupid question. We all had to start out somewhere. Some of us that are using seasoned vets, like me, I got a ton of questions. I just don't know. I still don't want to be when I grow up. Woo! I can tell you what, though. If you're looking for a bad mamba jamba, I guess this was Epson. That's the way to go. That printer you can refill. I seen the wife on the one day using it. They got these like cartridges, right? Epson. You just plop it in. It's like what they use like in the, I don't know, NASCAR uses. NASCAR might use something faster. But it fills them up real fast, and you don't have to buy the cartridges. I said, are you kidding me? I don't know much about it. I can show you one more glimpse on it. But, I was like, dude, that's sweet. They don't have to buy the cartridges. I guess they go, I don't want to mess with it. Goes in here, but it fills up just these levels, no cartridges. That's nice. The problem they have most of the time here at the shop is they don't use the printer enough. So, because everything's done online. So the printer doesn't get used enough. It gets jammed up. So last one got clogged up. Basically killed itself. Wouldn't work. Couldn't clean it. Ran cleaner through it. Blah, blah, blah. I think that was a Brother. We used to use a lot of the Brothers printers. Had pretty good luck. We used to, then how it is, how you cheat and fill them up with like a needle or whatever. But even when she bought cartridges, it wouldn't come back to life. It just would not come back to life. Let me throw you in the harness here, if I can. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a little more stable, a little more professional. Let's get the old headband off. The Robo or Rambo. What's up with this stand? Why is it acting goofy right now? There we go. Whoo. What's this? What was it, Rich, you liked in there? It says, Evan's got cousin Evan. Stream is frozen. Scrap pot. Apologize about that. I tell you, I don't know what's up with the technology nowadays. Good now. We got one. Evan's got one. Thank you, Evan. Evan, did you do anything? Did you do anything over the weekend? Did you do any service, any springs? Oh, man, I can't forget this. I gotta do this right now. Can't even plug you in. Nope. So Evan, I don't remember if it was Kevin. If somebody's on here and you're the one that mentioned it, hey, we got 2 likes. If we can, hit the like button, just helps bring in more people. It's not like I get more cookies. I'm just telling you, I don't need any more either. But anywho, if we can just hit the like button, just brings them up, please and thank you. The algo likes it. Brings in more people. We like more people. We like more brain power. We're better together, united. Anywho, don't forget. So somebody sent me a text message, I believe. It might have been Peter. Peter might have even sent it to me. He said that he bought some springs, or was buying them through the ones on Amazon, and they had SS, which I feel like I've seen that, and he showed me a picture of it and everything, and he said that if it's got the SS by it, he called. It went to somebody. How I found this out, but it went to somebody. The SS stands for service spring. What? He said, so actually, if they have SS by them, he says, and they're selling them on Amazon, those are actually service springs. Son of a biscuit. So I think he was trying to obviously tell me, like, hey, like they're good quality springs. If they got SS by them, they're basically by service spring. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. So have no fear. Davy Boy is here. And so, that's some good info. If you, if you're kind of hesitant, if you're somebody, a newbie, as I'd call it, or greenhorn, and you are debating, you're like, man, I don't feel comfortable buying these off the old interweb. Don't be afraid. Sounds like they're already service spring. You can't get much better than that. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The price he sent me, I can't remember the spring size. It was a little bit heftier. It could have been a 262 wire. It when I see the price, I was like, gosh, that kind of seems kind of high. I mean, ridiculous, but I want to say it was like $114 for like a pair of 2. I think it came with gloves and winding bars, I think. But I just seen 114. I was like, what are those? I was like, that seems a little dicey. Like man, I'm thinking more like 60, 80, under $100. But I thought, hey, if you're worried and you find the ones that have SS and maybe they are a little bit more money because they're through Service Spring, hey, it's just to know that you have hope out there that if you want something that's through Service Spring, they're wheeling and dealing out there somehow. So it might give you a little bit of inspiration, hope that you're getting some quality stuff. You're good. All right. I love it. So, and then anyone like the new Baca Genie unit? They have to give me a little more intel on it because I had somebody, I think he's down, where's he at? Is the guy in Texas? Has been messaging me. Somebody's been messaging me about some unit that's pretty similar to LiftMaster. I think it's got built-in LEDs that are Genie. I think the only thing I can't get along, since they changed it, somebody let me know if they did, is the problem I see is that if that Genie, maybe I can jump on here without getting crazy. I hate to blow up computers that aren't mine. That Genie, what is this? Is this internet? I haven't used new tab. Sure, whatever. What is that thing called too? It's called the Genie. Yeah, I see that. Genie, let's just put new opener and see if it pops up. Opener. Genie repair. All right, awesome. I thought it was only a Home Depot was going to sell it. Home Depot. Let me see if I can find this. A Home Depot near me. I don't want the Home Depot. I just want your Genie garage door. Precision's on here. Wonderful. Let's see what we got. This is looking like it. I don't know if they offered a chain drive. maybe I can swing this around for you. You can take a glance at it with me. If I don't give away all the secret codes of the world. What the heck's going on here? On here for a second. The genie. Genie. There's a belt drive though. Is this just a standard one over here? Where am I at? Here we are. This does not look like the newer stock one. Oh, what's this one? The 550? This is probably it. Oh, come on. Talk about those beautiful LEDs built in. That looks too cheap. The 550s looks too cheap. My big thing with these genies is the rails. I'm not a big fan of the rails. No. Let's see. I don't see it really indicating a whole bunch of stuff. Here is a 550. I got light bulbs. Wonderful. Here's a belt. Here's a 750. Ultra quiet. 255. That looks more like it. I don't see the built-in. Normally, the first thing they'll talk about, if anybody's got the model, let me know. I got to look back at the comments here. Maybe somebody knows. It's the rail that really bums me out with those genies. Oh, sorry. I'm using the mouse to try to scroll down on my comments. What a dum-dum. I like the Balin in the video today. What's the Balin? Is it? I should have looked into one of those printers looking to make brochures for doors and openers. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can do a lot, and if you know, it's one of those things, right? Here we got 5 likes. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. If you got more, and I checked too to make sure Tony wasn't on before, so I better not get no grief. And so the thing is that you know how it goes, right? If you got more time than you do money, right? Then you'd obviously, you can make them. Now it'd be great. Now back in the day, I used to have a really nice print shop. Right? I used to have a really good dude that did it. He passed away kind of unexpectedly, and then I don't know if he was a part owner. I don't think he was, but he was kind of like the glue. If he wasn't, he was right down there. He's like the low hanging fruit under the tree. He wasn't the stump, but he was right down there. He was the coconut, and yeah, it just seemed like after a while they dwindled away. Business, has gone under. I see Rich already. He's throwing stuff up here. Give me a model. I don't want to click on it right at the moment. But so far that printer seems to be pretty good. I like the fact that you can read it. And then what the Wifertron does is she cheats, I guess, and she somehow found a way. I think she needles this part, right? This is the part that I don't want to tip it in case it's been needled. But then you can refill this part, and that can just dump right in there. So, and she's good at finding numbers. You know what I mean? She's good at, it's probably a good deal doing whatever it is. It makes financial sense. I see Tony's in the house. What's up, big dog? Not living the dream like you. Down on the beach. I'm glad you're doing good, though. Glad you're here. Can you guys hear that? You hear the fire truck? I don't know how sensitive the mic is where I can hear that. Ambulance? I think it's an ambulance. Not good. Most of the springs I see on Amazon come from a company called whatever that is, Beaver. Might be different in the States. Yes, could be. Like I said, I haven't talked to anybody. We were talking. I don't know if it's talking Tony, whatever. We were talking about it. Everybody I talked to, there's no like somebody goes, dude, don't do this. Like, I had such bad luck. And I'm like, really? Like, they're pretty much generically across the board. You're going to get many out of them. You're going to be doing really good. It's called the Genie. Is that what it is? The Genie is it HPC? Genie HPC. Now, let's see if this goes. I thought it was only exclusively, in a sense, it was only, from what very little. Genie, here's a signature. HPC, here's one. 100 in eBay. Why am I on eBay? Why don't they just show up at like... Let me just flip this guy around real quick here. What's going on here, he says. What's going on? I don't know why I got eBay. For $199 on eBay? Ultra quiet. Oh, there it is. LED lighting. That's how I know it's kind of the new fad, right? The problem is, I'm assuming they're doing their crappy. Let's see if we can do images. Sometimes you can win on images. If you do images, they'll show you a lot of little weird details to things, or you'll find something you like. There's the smart. I'm assuming they're still doing that crappy rail. Genie, here's one. There's not really much pictures. I'm assuming because it's new out that there's not. Yeah, I'm guessing that rail is gonna be Aladdin. It's got batteries, a belt, 2 remotes. I wish I had an outside keypad. I really wish I had an outside keypad. That would be the smoking guns, baby. But you know how it is. They want everything to be linked to your phone. It's getting kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. It's getting kind of scary how much stuff is linked to your phone. You know, phone, and then your opener, if it's communicating, it's got to be. Who's just telling me something's got to be connected to Wi-Fi? I thought Cap was telling me. Which one is it? I think it was. Oh, he was telling me another competitor did it. They built an addition onto a customer, a long timer. So they had another general that we're not a part of come in, did it, and then they had our I know who it is. He's a friend in a sense. Our competitor, they went with the maximums, and I guess the maintenance guy there told them that they have been just having problem after problem, and it's kind of a. He said the technician or whoever the competition is. I don't think this is quite true, but he says that those maxims have to be hooked up to Wi-Fi. But he said, he says, I don't think he's correct with that. He says, but it has to be hooked up to Wi-Fi or tech support I don't know if it's to either give you help or so they can help diagnose. So if anybody's got anything on that, obviously in here. But I just went, bleh. And he goes, basically, he says, it sounds like they're trying to snowball them. They've been having a lot of problems with them. They're trying to snowball them until like a year till they're out of warranty. And then they're gonna probably try to, tell them they need to replace them or do something else so they don't have to eat it. And I was like, dang, dude. I said, yes, that's why I'm not going to be the guinea pig. And I said, I don't know. What am I missing here? I'm getting behind, I think. Most of the springs. I can only get, what does it say? Springs to see at Amazon differences. I can only get Genie belt drives. Okay. All right. We're on the same page. And it says, I have to make another video showing prices at my Home Depot, probably way higher. I don't think we'll be trying to import them to us. Oh, so Rich's guy says the rails are thin aluminum. So I guess with the rails, Rich or anybody, I haven't done a Genie in forever. Because anytime somebody buys one from like the store, the box store, or even like myself sometimes, I'm like, just get a Chamberlain. Just get a Chamberlain. You know what I mean? Even though I like Genies for certain applications, but I do not like the Genie rails in the box stores. So I'm like, I'd rather just deal with a Chamberlain. Just give me a Chamberlain. Typically, Chamberlain seems like, and then it's like if somebody wants to be a little techie, they seem like their support's pretty decent, where like I'm a little bit more foreign to the Aladdin. Like I said, I'm just not it's my fault. You know what I mean? I'm just not accustomed to them. So, but if they're aluminum, are they kind of doing like what the old, who was that? Guardian or Extreme garage door openers where the rail just kind of loosey-goosey, won't stay stuck together. That drives me nuts. I don't know why. Even though, you think about the whole chain and stuff, but it annoys the crap out of me that when you're sticking it together and it wants to like fall back apart on you because it's not crimped. Oh, you can hear it? Just wondered. Didn't know if I just sound like a crazy man. I'm sitting here like, the ambulance is going by. Hit your horn. The Genie signature 1.25 horsepower smart belt LED battery backup. Ooh, see they had to do that 1.25 horse. You know, mine bigger than yours. What's it got? What's it got? NPC from Menards, the only Genie they sell. What's NPC? What's NPC? Let me just type that in and see. Or is it HPC? It's probably HPC is what he meant, right? And let me type this in. Let me see if it pulls up. I'm just gonna type in Menards. I was just there too. Crap, I could probably look at my videos. I was there for a rail, extension rail. Rich knows why I was there for that. But I was there for an extension rail and Genie at Menards. That's what it says. Let's see what it shows. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm not seeing much here for options. Good old Menards. Man, I wish, I really wish Evan had Menards, because I tell you what, Menards wants to blah, blah, kiss off. Ooh, in stock, Muskegon. You can have it today. Garage door openers. Yep, it looks, whoa, wait, what do we got down here? We got some different ones. Huh. But let me see if I can go to, let's just type in here. Let's do garage doors. I don't want that. I just want garage doors. Anywho, but the thing is that, man, their stuff is, for some really basic stuff, is like really easy. You know what I mean? Like you can typically go in here. I mean, this one's a 9x7. So if I wanted to get a price real quick, now what I used to do is I would add like $100 at least, probably $120 today with inflation for whatever I'm going to do. Like we got to see what this has got. Traditional steel. Oh, this is better. 3 layers. Is this insulated? Low price. Something 9x something. Yes. 4 in stock. Perfect. The warehouse is full. They just give you so much information, and you can, I don't know exactly where, and I won't bore you with it, but you can actually, you can build garage doors on here. It can give you your numbers just so instantly. It's really, I think you gotta go to the project. I've kind of got exactly how I did it in here. Let's see if I can go back. What else they got in here? They got any 16s? We need some 16s. People are always busting up the 16s. That looks like a bigger door to me. I'm surprised I don't have the size on the darn thing. $800. Damn, $852. $852. Is this insulated white? This has got an R6. So 8 something. Oh, let's see here. You can go to your construction. Oh, boom, showed up right there and everything. Just so easy, you know, for young bucks, man. Let's go back again. I just want to see what else they had on this, their main page. Give me the cheap stuff. Come on, man. I want the cheap. Where's the cheap stuff? Oh, now we're talking. $674? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Please. Oh, yeah. There you go. There's the good stuff. Non-insulated, baby. Good old pan. Where's the details on this puppy? 1 layer. Yeah, I got that. View, delivery, specifications. I want specifications. Here we go. This is what I mean. Some crappy extension springs. I know it. Where are you at? Headroom, 12 inches. Manufacturer, shipping, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Spring type. Damn! Comes with standard? What's up with this? How many they got of these bad boys? Oh, for special order. Could be available 317. That's a long ways away, it feels like. Son of a biscuit. They don't got in stock. But they could probably find something they do. They have the other ones in stock? Now I'm curious. Let's see here. What do they have? They got the other one in stock? A little more money. Like, oh, yeah, a little more money. We got that one in stock for you, buddy. 6 price for 1 custom. Here we go. Here we go. What do we got here? Oh yeah, we got 3 of these. See, they got a little bit higher price. That's what they're doing. Oh yeah, see. What's the specification on this one though? Easy set. That's more like them. They like to do their easy set. So still not a bad deal. Bad deal. Not bad. That works. Okay. The signature is at HD. Tony's got, what's Tony got on here? They're junk. I removed 2 of those genies. Ooh, of the HPC or whatever it was. HPC. You've already removed. Like how old? I didn't think this was out there that long. I didn't know when they production. I thought they haven't been out a year yet. Or yeah, those 2 of those genies. I wanted to make sure he wasn't talking about something else. He says I set up my MyQ app on a ladies. I feel like I'm moving something here. Ladies' phone on Saturday. Opener install. It takes 3 minutes. Tore out the genie screw drive. Oh, how dare you! Replaced it with a LiftMaster, the 81600. And that screw drive, Rusty, is it the black trolley? Well, I guess they're all black trolleys. Is it the old style? I still have yet to do a screw drive of the newer style where it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like up in the unit, with the C channel versus that one that had like a T-rail with a screw, aluminum. There you go. Emma says, so the new Maximus need a Starlink to work. Kind of seems like it. I don't think it's really quite that bad, but it doesn't get much closer to home. And I was telling Cap, I said, dude, I can't believe that guy, kind of slash friend. I know him. We're competition, right? I said, I can't believe he would be using that product. I just said, and he's like, I know. He's like, but I'm just telling you. He's like, the maintenance guy says they've been back numerous of times. He says it's like they're trying to snowball them until the warranty's out, and then they'll figure something else out because we're obviously still there servicing other doors. So eventually they'll probably fall on us, but it's almost like they can just go, sorry, it's been a year. We don't know what's wrong with them. Call somebody else, and then we're going to get roped into them, and then it's going to be, what do we do? I mean, they're not going to want to hear us say, I'd change them out to a genie. Rich says, guys, my Q does diagnose on your machine, tells you cycles, sensors, alignment, battery charge, and has a keypad and how many remotes are programmed to it. So it knows a lot. It knows too much. No, Evan, only need it for MyQ access facilities to work. Right, it's probably more of a standalone. I can see where his technicians are like telling them, like, well, it's got to have Wi-Fi, and now it's got Wi-Fi, but it's still having problems. And so now it's like, what are they going to say now? I can see where technicians could get confused and, all that stuff, it's not getting Wi-Fi right now. Can you turn the dish? Turn the dish. Tony's got Lowe's here in Florida don't sell garage door. They just sell opener. Lowe's, huh? I wonder if maybe they don't have a contract. Maybe there's nobody down there that pushes hard enough. Because I wonder what Home Depot's down there, I assume, Tony. So if you're over that way or something, it'd be cool to see. That's another thing for you. Honestly, you could do a live on it or whatever, or take just video of it and upload it, because it'd be cool to see what they have. Like if you go to the Lowe's and they don't sell a garage door, like that'd be really like, because I know like with the Lowe's in Muskegon, it used to be what did they have? It was Wayne Dalton. That's how we got in with them, and then it was what was that one called? Oh, I have it right there. I can see it in my head. It was like, it was Rama, but it was made by Amar, but Amar called it something else. It was like Richards or something. I can't remember. It ain't Richards, but it was something with R, I believe. Basically Amar. And then Wayne Dalton came in, then it went back to the Pella, but it was still made by Amar. Because I remember they used to give us these little stickers that said Pella. But it would say Amar on it, but it said Pella and Amar on it. I thought this is the most silliest thing I've ever seen. Pella doesn't make these damn doors. And I just thought this is like false advertising. That's why you got to watch, if you buy a John Deere tractor, right? You go to Lowe's, it ain't going to be the John Deere tractor. It's going to be like at a dealership. Just like the same thing with garage door openers. You're going to get a better garage door typically if you want it from a vendor. At least, that's why they have Chamberlain at the stores, and then they have LiftMaster, the vendors, service techs and stuff like that install. Evan, I think I can order Menards, just would have to, was this empty or emptate for shipping? Rusty says, Dave, do you have a standard charge to install a customer's door from Home Depot? I think they kind of do time and material on it, it just all kind of depends on the situation. There isn't nothing that's like a square footage that I know or anything. They might tell them it's going to be, whatever, 400, 600, 800, $1,200. They might, it just depends on it. A lot of times it varies for us. It depends on the workload. If they kind of get it, it's local. They send us some pictures. We'll maybe in it, but most time those kind of get skirted. I don't know how they normally don't get entertained. I'm hoping we can try to capture for some more of that. Maybe something can entertain some of that stuff a little bit. Is what I'd like to see. But you got to use, like I said, our demographic is very different. It's so much cheaper. People normally get themselves into a pickle, and then it's it's I don't know, it's just different. Tony, that's because you need a license. I don't know if that's why. That's interesting that Rich says that. Is there something more to that than what meets the eye? 7 likes. Thank you guys for hitting the like button, by the way. Our government might be trying to revoke Elon's Canadian citizenship. Darn Elon. So that's an older one. It's an older Genie. Probably all janky, all worn out, all greasy. Don't touch the rails. Make sure you wear gloves. When you tear it out, you get grease all over everything. Rusty usually, what does it say, 5 to 7 Hondro to install for the Home Depot? Rusty. Rich, do you go and check the job to finalize price? Ooh, Tony's got. Says, I know, Rich B. Yes. So you're just giving them basically a preliminary, kind of like what I always talk about, pre-qualify them so they don't just fall over. That's how I would approach it. It'd be the way I'd want some pictures. Send some pictures. You're definitely going to want to go out there and probably detail it. I'd probably, if you're kind of smart about it, you probably want to also get half down. Even if it's just labor, or make sure you explain to them that obviously you got to be home that day when I come out. I need final payment when the job's complete and you're satisfied, because we know how that can go. Evan, I seen there was a nice all black pay 9x7 for $1,000 at Home Depot today. Nice black one, huh? $1,000, no holla. Holy crap. Rich, you know all this stuff? Come on now. Come on now. He says you can't even buy springs without a state license. Are you serious? Dude, Tony, we need you to step up to the plate, man. We need some investigating. Get on Amazon. See if you can buy some springs, god darn it. Amazon cannot fail us. Springs, pretty soon you can buy garage doors from them. I wouldn't be surprised. I still haven't checked. I got to check some. Let me just check real quick on here. Just for the fun of it. Let's just we want to do a Google. Where are you at, Google? Google, 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 Google. Because we're not going to do Yahoo. Google. We're going to do Garage or Amazon. There she popped right up already. All right. They got anything? Amazon? What the heck is this? For $140 some $9. What kind of janky stuff are they trying to sell us here? What is this? What is this? Garage door installation kit. Okay. Back off. Good. Home Depot, garage doors, Amazon, garage doors. Oh, fudge. This don't look good. 2 cars. No, I don't think they're quite selling a garage door yet. What the fudge is this? 12-foot tall Series commercial. What? What is that? Come on. What are they doing here? Darrell. Jenna's 2000 Series commercial roll-up. What? How? Oh, but at least it comes with winding bars. No, I guess that's extra. $9. I mean, if it came with winding bars, I'd be game. How are they going to sell this big monster door? It's going to be a direct ship from that company. It's got to be. Well, that's interesting, though. 16 Hondos. See, you don't need to have a dealership with the old... This is not a fire, is it? Durall Steel. Roll-up commercial. Damn. That's not bad. That's the wrong one. Go back. Take a look, skis. So got to look for something at a higher price. We need something higher. We want to spend more money. Oh, dang. Look, you can get... Man, that seems really high for price. They must have something with this company. The Janus. Is that for 1? Man, that seems super high. 1,000. I mean, you got a lot of shipping just for 1 door, probably. But you can get a roll-up door. Get a storage unit door. I'll be darned. Huh. What else? Another too expensive roll-up door. That steel door didn't look bad for price. If that's a rolling steel. Oh, self-storage. It's crap. Self-storage. Nothing. Not yet, but look they're playing around. They are playing around. Could be just a matter of time. That's interesting that you can't buy that stuff. I'll meet you at the border, Tony. Let's go. Says, believe LiftMaster can send software updates to opener if it's hooked to Wi-Fi. Probably. In Florida. Rusty Rich. That will make prices go way up. More money. What's happening, guy here? I gotta shove this something's background here. It's moving. Got my business insurance. Going to talk to the builder who reached out to me Wednesday to talk logistics. Might have my first contact. Contract. Let's see, by next week. That'd be cool. Hours do you try to hit per man for this week? This week is not good. This week is pretty slow. So there won't be a lot of man hours this week. I already kind of glanced at it. There's a few, like I said, there's a new customer, a commercial customer, which is a good customer. A lot of locations. So I think they're trying to rope that one in. And then I seen there's like a resi door in there, but for us it fills up really quick. This for whatever reason, this I don't know why it is, but this business, we get a lot of service that comes in really fast for a lot of our commercial. So you can have a totally empty day and you'll get like 6 to 7 calls in, and it's like, well, we can come out right now and take care of you because blah blah. And the thing is when there's commercial stuff, there's stuff behind the scenes that's not on the old jobber that like Cap knows, kind of. I get it. I used to be. I did the same thing. You know, there's certain things that are in your brain that you know that need to be done. Like I know he's got one for a fence contractor for a gate. They were getting power. They might have got power by now. I know there's another one. So like I said, but I honestly kind of I enjoy it. It's right now we can really focus on the customers. We're honing in. It's that time of year with this weather, things will pop. Things will start popping a little bit with this warmer weather. We've been pretty locked up around here. You know what I mean? I mean, we've had, some if stuff isn't plowed, I mean, it's like almost 2.5 feet of snow. Stuff's just been caved in. You've been just hunkered down, you're in survival mode. It's like the plow trucks are the only things that's been out lately. Do 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 do. Rich says that's not grease, that's graphite on the genies. Oh, you're probably right. All that wear and tear and stuff, all that nasty stuff. Dave, Amazon sells built homes. What? What's surprising? I was like, I seen some that like fold out. Like I said, I know the wife are trying to order I don't know, what do you call it, like an entertainment service system or something. I mean, it was big. It came on just like a same truck that what do you call it? A garage door truck would, just a box truck. It was a big truck. I was like, guys got any garage doors in there? I was like, dang, dude. I was like, that thing's huge. What's that noise? Kind of like water spraying. I thought somebody was turning around, but I don't see nothing. Rich, you can mail order from out of state in Florida, but you cannot buy in the state if you're not licensed. Interesting. We need Tony to go in with the camera. We got 9 likes. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. We got to Tony in with the camera. Put the phone in the pocket, right? And he goes into some of these, like a garage door opening, and he's like, I want to buy a garage door. You gonna hook me up, man? You gonna hook me up like the mafia? Dave says, I just checked. I would have a little over 1,000 to order. Got 16 by directly through with weather seal and heavy hardware. $1,000. I guess I didn't realize Clopay with a better hinge. Another guy was telling me that. I forget what there's a special name for it. But it's actually pretty nice. It's got some plastic in between so it doesn't get all that slop. It's a pretty nice little upgrade. Tony Scott, he says, I know there's a service ring over in Orlando. He says, I'm only 45 minutes away. So I'm trying to buy some springs just for the hell of it. Dude, Tony, that's a great idea. I would definitely entertain it because obviously you got, that's something you got to think about, I just, maybe you got to, I don't know, buy a little man cave or something up there, or or you gotta just rent out the old homestead or something down the road and keep that location so you can keep that address in the circulation, because maybe in the system they're like, oh yeah, we can sell it to you because they just over it for now, but maybe not. But it'd be cool, like I said, if some springs, that'd be cool. Springs, they got them Victadors down there, I assume. I mean, I definitely would be entertaining, like, even if it was like one you almost had like sell on Marketplace and just give it away almost. I'd just do it for the research to know that you can actually product. I'm kind of one of those guys, like, I got to touch everything. I got to like hold it, hug it. Oh my gosh, it's actually here. It's all here. Check the hardware box. Okay, that was college. College isn't free. Whatever. Get rid of this. Now at least I know I can get parts. I got somebody in my back pocket to get, vendor wise. New customer. Kiss, kiss. That's right, Rich B. You know it. I see he's got 2. Himself, another guy going, so it must be something going on. Rusty, no, Dave, I mean, when you are busy, do you schedule you guys so then just trying to schedule 4 to 5 per day? Is that so? Like, you talking like the service? I don't think we normally know roughly for what the customers like. Like a door install, we could probably technically get like 2 doors done a day. If it's like a residential, let's just say. If it's commercial, it's a day, so you just kind of, and then we normally leave it like the next day kind of stays as a buffer. So a lot of times what we'll do is like we'll we'll tell customers like, hey, if somebody's done, could they come? They're like, oh yeah, we're home all day. Not a problem. I'm 10 minutes away, just a call. Okay, but if it's not, I'm going to put you into the next day, or the very next day, if it bleeds over. So we don't really have anything that we do on that. Every job, unfortunately, the way I feel, at least in this business, there is nothing that's the same. There is nothing that is guaranteed. Like, how many times, I mean, there's no job I can go to. It's like, you know, it's like I used to always tell the wife, I'm like, well, babe, I might see you in 2 hours, might see you in 5, might be 20. I don't know. And she's like, I know. Go have a day. And I'm like, because you just never know, you know? So it just all depends. And then that's why like the secretaries or Cap or myself would always, you know, we'll stay on the, you know, because like I said, we do a lot of commercial. Our commercial, like I said, we get into and it's like, yeah, this door, they said it had a broke cable, but now needs all new rollers. Can somebody bring me rollers? And then we're scrounging for rollers and, oh, we need 5 more hinges. And yeah, it needs to be through bolted. And yeah, we found a broken spring and or a shaft or a bearing. Typically, we don't seem to run into that as much anymore because now we're doing preventative maintenance. We just had one just recently. We had a big explosion down at the one place. I won't say their name, but it's a big freezer basically, and that door catastrophically had a catastrophic failure. And now the maintenance guy's like flipping out that the door's not working, and it's like, you know, I basically Cap. I said, dude, I said, I don't care. I said if we don't do PMs on the rest of their doors because the building's been added onto. It's kind of a weird building. I said, but this door is always problematic. And I thought we nipped this thing in the butt. It used to have a jack shaft opener. We used to dump the cables all the time. And we put a brand new door in there. We put a brand new trolley system on there. It was super hard to get it in there. You know what I mean? But we found a way. We figured out a way to make it all work. And somehow the top panel got destroyed. And we don't know why. I said, dude, that door needs to be PM'd every 6 months, at least once a year. You know, because if we would have caught something and seen like, oh, that top panel's doing something funny, why? Was good 6 months ago, obviously had a catastrophic failure. Somebody, employee or something, stuck a wrench in it. It's on a conveyor. It's got wheels. I mean, it's a very weird system. But you ever been to a facility that people are like, they make some weird stuff. Like, I mean, like they were like an old boy up there back in the day in the 50s, 60s was sitting up there engineering. We can make this work. We could build the building on an angle and we could do this. So we can make this and we can make this. And if we engineer this, you know, I mean, we got like, there's like doors there on like walls that are like sideways and there's like openers that run along the side, like with a jack, like ollie, like you're like, you know, and then I've tried to like, what did I tried letting the door go one day. I was like, we could probably do something different, like a better design. Like the door was like super heavy, and I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, screw that. I'm like, just stay with the trolley that's working on there. It's like we got to fix the trolley. You know, I don't think they want to replace the whole door. It's just everything there is always like you're just like we just need to replace it all. You know. Ah, the quiet hinges. Yes, I started including the quiet hinges all my door installs. I hear they're pretty nice. I thought they call them something else. That you get them through Home Depot, like a box store. They're called something like the Mohaka Haka Waka upgrade or something. You know. Tony says I can call my guys, tell them I'll pick them up, Orlando, see what they say. I would. Like I said, I'd like to see how deep this goes. Rich B's saying what he's saying. That's why you can't buy them. That's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. I've thought for sure the box stores. You need to go check the box stores. If you got another box store, check it. Check Menards. If you got one down there, Home Depot. You're on a mission now. At least call them. Even if you don't do it, just be like, can I order a door? Well, sorry. If that's true, man, I'm out. I'm finding somewhere else to go. I ain't living in that BS crap. Call. Rusty, are the quiet hinges any quieter than well-maintained? Oh, that's a good question. It says it's 74 in here. Holy crap, how they get so warm? 72 on that one. Tony, order from your dealer up here and have the pickup in Florida. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just curious how far I want to know how deep this rabbit hole goes. That's bullcrap. That makes me really nervous. If they don't have them in the box stores, and that's because of the license, that's some BS. That's government control crap right there. I don't like. That, or, you know, that's like that stuff they make for like, you know, that would be like them telling you, you know, me, right? That's like to me, you can't buy car parts. No, 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 customer. You can't fix your own car because you're too stupid. No, no. All you need is a valve stump cap? No. You know, sorry. You got to bring it in for service. Yeah, it's going to be $140 and it's going to be $20 for the valve stump cap. I know, but you need somebody. Think how dangerous it is. You need somebody that's certified. Come on, come on. Bring it right in. We'll sign you. You know, we'll take all your money. You know, that's the kind of stuff I do not like. Evan up here to Florida. Evan, yeah, he says they are quieter and smoother when when you operate the door. Well, that's cool. I'm glad they work good. Rusty, Tony says that 16x7 insulated for $1,000 with heavy hardware. Your resi door installs 1 or 2 man. That you're asking me, Rich? Residential doors installs 1 or 2 man? Typically 1. It just depends. If it's a bigger, heavier door, you know, like with glass, steel back, 18x7. You know, when you get to 18, normally it's like, yeah, you probably should send 2. Depends on how long you waited too, right? If you waited for the door for quite a while, you know, it's like, don't mess this door up, man. You know what I mean? It's black, it's color. If it's just a standard, it's like, whatever, we can get one next week. You know, if you smash it up, no problem. Kiddos are getting me sick, I think. Yeah, Tony, it was Clopay 4050 standard track torsion. Rusty says that was my price to pick up, not shipped. I would charge $3,215 install. Tony's garage door, 60 Victor. Our value is 1091. Heavy hardware. Oh, there you go. I bet that's it. Yep. Thank you, Rusty. So it's the quiet flex hinges. Yes, that sounds more like it. I knew it was kind of like a flow of a name. So that's probably what it was. Because somebody asked me, they're like, "You ever use these?" I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And you know, I think they're getting them from Home Depot. And he's like, "Man, that's a really good upgrade." And I was like, "That's cool." Showed me a picture of it. Looks nice. Looks like nice hardware. Makes sense. You know, normally hinges, you know how they kind of got that sloppy slop, you know, where they're nice and tight, and then they got a nice plastic piece. Yeah, you know that. Tony's Invicta. I know Rich has got, it's hard to beat. 16x7 vinyl back, 880. Hardware for $30, stop, 75 delivered. Yeah, that's hard to beat, man. I'm looking forward to trying them out once we get the right candidate. Evans, Tony order Springs in Florida, then get his door kicked in like he shared a naughty meme. He says in Germany. What? Rusty says service spray. Investigation. There you go. Investigation unit. Check it out. See how good they'll work with you. See how good your service spring is going to treat you. They might treat you like an outsider, like you're a nobody. We don't know who you are. You can't do nothing in this state unless you pay the criminal mafia, you know. That's the only way you're going to get anywhere around here. Pay your dues, sucker. Oh, I was hoping to get a few ice cubes out of that pup. Bubba didn't produce today. He says, I bet I can get away with it. Don't know unless you try. Don't know unless you try. Get some springs that you need for stock. You know, you can always bring them back with you. But it'd be really good to know now before you ever, if you ever make any moves, you know, decide to go down there permanently, whatever, or you just want to pick up a little, you know, it's nice to know, you know, what you have resources, you know what I mean, where you get so pampered when you're at home. When you go out, you know, everything's always got a little different twist to it, doesn't it? You know, it's like it's like they can almost smell it. They can always smell it. You're an outcast, you know, like, I don't know about this. Florida, Michigan, Indiana, Pennsylvania. They all have different little swings to them. I bet I can get... I think I said California has same laws regarding working on your own garage door. I don't know. Wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I would assume California is going to be more strict. Is California done with the fires? I haven't heard any more about it. It's like it's totally off the radar now. The fires all figured out. Got Florida really changed after Hurricane Andrew. Is that because they wanted a wind load and stuff like that, and people were still buying stuff? Maybe that's why. I mean, make stores have to sell the struts. I don't know. You know what I mean? Sell them as a kit. I don't know. Maybe they just figure that numbers are so high, they just go, this is ridiculous. People won't buy it. I don't know. I come to think of it, I ordered it through another company out of Texas, was able to go over to Clopay and pick up the door. Not being licensed in Florida 2 years ago. I'm assuming with this store. Interesting. Very interesting. Good stuff. Good stuff. Rusty says, I only buy Clopay because being dealer, the more I buy, the more deal I get. Rusty, the only thing I wonder is, have you gotten to the point where they give you, I never did, but have you done the rebates? That's always like the next level. We were on the best tier. You know, but I don't know. I honestly, I don't even know. I don't know. You guys let me know. I don't know how I feel about it. Rusty says, he has prices, but I think Rich can beat the prices, from his vendor. But obviously with Rusty, I don't know what he has for any other options. So that's why it always depends on your dealer and who's local, who treats you good, right? Because I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like something I thought about a long time ago, and I was sitting right in this not this seat, because the old seat, but same spot. And I remember thinking many years ago, I told myself, I don't want to be that guy that gets stuck into, let's just say, like master, right? Because at the time, I was starting to see some problems. I was like, man, we're having callbacks. We're starting to have problems, and I'm documenting this stuff, and I'm the one I'm the only one that answers the phone, and I'm like, and then it's like really insulting when it's like, when you did the install, you know what I mean, or you hear from the secretary, hey, that customer you went to last week, and you're like, there's no way. There's just no way there's a problem. And you get out there, and then they started having the light bulb issues, and then they had photo eye issues that, they would turn off. And then I had the problem with, you shut the breakers off and it would lose the limits. Not everyone, it was just like, man, this is, these callbacks are just getting to be, I'm not making no money. I mean, my whole day is doing callbacks while the other guys are out installing. But I always told myself, I said, I don't want to be this guy that gets entrapped. And I kind of feel good about it now. Like we used to be pretty much exclusively like with Wayne Dalton. And as a lot of you have explained, that Wayne Dalton has problems. But if I was that narrow focused, you know what I'm saying? Like that could be the same, like a lot of the guys don't like something they don't like about the commercial Clopay. I don't remember what. Clopay for the most part has a lot of options. They do fairly fine, right? But like some of the guys were saying, like I thought they said like the doors never felt that good for some reason. You know what I mean? But it's just, I think wherever you can get service is always a big thing. Like we're just so lucky. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got one mom and pop place that just smokes all the location if you need to. They're a little bit more, not much. They're fair. They're a little bit more. They're not more on their openers. LiftMaster, they blow anybody out of the water pretty much. But they're, maybe except for Rich. Rich is pretty close to them. But they do really good on that. Their doors a little bit, but they use is it the Midland? I think it's Midland. Am I saying that right? Midland. And those are good. They're good doors. They work. They do job residential more or less. They do commercial too. But then we got the AMAR, right? AMAR will do everything, get you springs, openers, all that kind of stuff. But what I'm getting at is that I think sometimes what I didn't want to happen for me, at least, is I didn't want to be so narrow focused on something. It's kind of like you're, like I'm not a very dependent on, like I'm not always gonna be, I'm not always a Chevy guy. I'm not always a Toyota guy. I'm not always a Nissan guy. I'm not always a Dodge. It's whatever has the least amount of problem. That's why I'm always saying I'm looking always for the cleanest shirt in the laundry basket because they all got problems, And so, but I always told myself, like if we stick with these, we were having problems with LiftMaster at time. I thinking of me being gray hair and old here, saying, we've always used LiftMaster and that's all we'll ever use, and as they're declining or being bought out and sold to another company and it's like, how far do you go until you say, holy crap, we got a problem here, and like I said, I'm not bashing LiftMaster or anything like that. It's just, it's just something to think about, I think, for all of us that, like I think probably I assume in the Victa doors that are coming out with Service Spring, they're putting a lot of recent development. They want to come out. They want to come out strong. They've done they want some solid stuff. They want people talking about them. They want to have stuff to say at the shows. They're the new kid on the block. That kind of stuff. They're gonna come out strong. Will they stay strong forever? I don't know. Time will tell. Let's hope. But it's just it's like this is we get into such a big business. Tanner's got some good ones out there, local. I think a few of them got bought out, but they still hold up pretty good. So you gotta find out whoever fits good for you. Whoever's a good dealership. Just like a car, right? Like I wouldn't buy a Jag because we don't have any Jag. I mean, I have to go probably an hour to 2 hours away to find a Jag dealer, and I know I'm going to pay out the money for it. Florida charge after hurricane. Come to think of it, ordered through another company, Texas. Goodbye, Clopay, better deal. I get. Tony trying to order springs in Florida, I thought was America. Yeah, I thought it was America, man. Come on. Yes, they are doing a rebate for me in spring for 9130 models. Okay, so they do it on a certain door, right? So they're trying to get you to buy more of their quantity of their stuff. Okay. I never got to the rebate. Our competitor, we were like second because my sales lady we go to the conferences and stuff like that, their little PR things, whatever they do. And I remember her telling me, she says, you're actually just behind him. And I was, damn. So I was pulling pretty good on the west side of the state. And you get special little perks, like we got the better pricing, we got on their website. If you called Wayne Dalton, we'd be, hey, we got 10 likes. Oh, thank you. It had to do with all shoddy work that out South Florida before Andrew. And if you ever get a chance, Rusty, maybe to explain it, like kind of give me a breakdown, do me like an email or something, or whatever works good for you, but just do, let me know like what this would be the price. And then like, this is what the rebate's going to be now. And they honor it for the whole year. And then if something changes, they're going to pull your rebate. I'm assuming if or do you got to hit a certain quantity for number wise with them? I'm just kind of curious, like what's their threshold? Like Wayne Dalton, I think was always like I feel like it was over 100,000 in sales. And then they had like some tiers, for you get up to certain, I feel like we're so skewed now. I don't know what the numbers are. You know what I mean? We used to just smoke past that all the time. It was easy because we just would really, but like I said, we had problems, and then it'd be like, we'd have vendors that would come in and they even though we got the best pricing, they could still beat their pricing. Their quicker service on certain things. And it was just like, man, it's like, this is kind of like, now we get some perks, but I mean, when you're still knocking off $100, $200 on a door, that's money in our pocket. So it's like, I don't know. And you're dealing with a product that's kind of subpar. Rich says it had to do with all the shoddy work that wiped out South Florida before Andrew. Huh. Rusty says, I have all other options, but being a Clopay dealer is like having every door in stock within hours to a day. Have the best people working for them. Yeah, that's said. Like you said, if you know, if they work good for you and they're close and all that and everything, you know. Dave, he says the Wayne Dalton guy told me back about the direct drive. Forgot about that. That's typical when I need information. Clopay gets back to me in an hour tops. Yeah, that's because it doesn't exist. That's the problem. I'm going to take a look. Cap said he grabbed one. He said this one was from, what the hell did he say this thing was from? It was from like 1960 or something. And I said, oh, I wrote him we were texting each other. He said, I don't know if you want this. I'm going to see if it's here. And I said, yeah, so I'll take a look at it because I'm going to check the rotation on it. And I said, they got it back in the 1960s. I said, but we can't have it in 2025. I said, what's a bunch of crap? Where do you stick it? Oh, there it is. Let's take a look at this gem. So this is, I believe it's an overhead. Direct drive, 1960. I think you had a date on it. Look at this old turd. This old ass thing is a direct drive coupler. He had a picture of it. Direct couple. Look at that thing. Look at this old piece of junk. Whoops, sorry about that. Ooh, what is this? The flux capacitor? Holy crap. That son of a biscuit will take you back in time right there. God dang. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That big old clutch. Big old pad, little belt. New cute little belts. But direct drive, look at that. Yep. He said, maybe it was overhead. Oh, here it is. That's overhead. I don't know where he's seen the date on it. He found a print or something on it. Sons of Biscuits had it back then. They still had direct couple. They won't give it to us. They won't give it to us. Where did he see it? Maybe it was on this. I bet it was this. Here it is. Here's the good stuff. Right there. Date, 1965. 3/8? 3/8 of 1965. Can you flip and believe that? Look how simple that is. Where's Freeze? He'd be loving this. This is the kind of stuff. He loves all this simple. Look at that. Just old relay logic, baby. She took a poo. I don't know what went wrong with it, but that's pretty cool, man. Oh, he said it was still working. That's what he told me. So, yeah, it's still working. You believe that? Direct drive back then. But we can't get them. Oh, hell no. No, can't get them on these unless you gear them for it. The genies. Can't get it on your LiftMaster. Nope. It's all chain crap. All chain crap. Irritates the hell out of me. If they ever want to impress me, Genie or LiftMaster, come see me with a direct couple. That would impress me. See something here. What is this? Dirt Empire, I guess. Tony's guy says, so what's everybody's week look like? Are you busy? Not too much going on around here. Looks like a few service calls. Looks like I can stay, I might be able to retire. Tony's got, I don't know yet, Tony. Nothing this week. Rusty says it's 500 rebate. Says I got, missing this stinking wire again here. 500 rebate. Got to choose which model I sell the most. R12, so close. Chose that one. Okay. The only thing is, I'm wondering is like, so if it's 500, is that That's not per door that you buy. That's just a $500 rebate, right? Is that per door, or is that like, I mean, so if you're buying a door, that's why I said if you had to, like, I'm just more curious if you got, even if you got to send me an email, you know what I mean? Because I want to know like kind of like what that door would normally cost, and then how much am I getting off that in a sense, or is it 500 per door? Holy cow, that's quite a bit. You know what I mean? He says only have 2 in the books this week so far. So Tony, you're some down there in the old Florida. How you get people? How you getting these people? How you getting these customers, man? How you scooping them? They see you driving around. You over there panhandling in the Home Lowe's parking lot. Will work for food. What's this say? Rusty's got. Dang, we hit him. 11 likes. God darn. God bless you. I have a 9. He says up in Indiana. I was hoping to work. I want to see him sweat a little bit. I do. Tomorrow, then add retainers and trim at different places. The 2 commercial doors installed. Tuesday says, and day of commercial service. Wednesday, then estimates. Sounds good. That's not bad. It's pretty busy. I got to start looking for the SEO. I kind of did a little glimpse. You know, I did a little web search. And there's like some that kind of work out of their house. I was like, I don't want to discount that, but I also probably not going to be up to our level. And then it's like, it's just like, I really hate trying to find new people into that industry. It's just because you always got to take everything with a grain of salt. So that's always not fun. Genie, we're gonna get rid of some of these. Click these out. Clicky click. We're waiting, like I said. If you guys got anything, let me know. Otherwise, we'll wrap her up here in, a few Hondo minutes. Let's open her. We'll leave the jabber. Let me see, what is we got? And we flew through February as far as I'm concerned. Holy cow. February just went by so fast. Got a secretary off. Good for her. Repairs. They got audit. Oh, the seals. Yeah, so if they got to repair that and do seals, that's going to be a busy one. They got a lot of doors at that location. Was it 8x7? That was an order. So that's an order door. That must have came in maybe. Not too much. Let's see if we got March. Let's go to the old March. I don't think they can normally schedule out that far, but you just never know. Holy crap. What am I on? 24th. Where am I at? Jobber changed their stuff a little bit. No, there's more stuff on here. Something updated or something. Monday's got all kinds of weird stuff on there. Minor quote. We got quote. Another quote. What else is this one? Quote. Okay, I just didn't see those, I guess. Company preventive maintenance. Ooh, I like that. They got a preventive maintenance already in here. That's nice. Guy, end of the month, vacation. Good for him. No, that's Indy. He's driving down the beach with flyers. Letting them fly. Eric's here. Eric, do you see the opener? You have to scroll back, man. I had an opener on there. Can I join the stream? If that's even possible. Stream, man, you're here, right? Eric, he has to be invited to it before he goes live. You talking about coming on, doing a live there, Mr. Eric? Is that what you're talking about? Want to join the stream? I see Tony, and like I said, it was kind of one of those off the moments. I was kind of 50-50 in it. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go live tonight or not, and then I was like, that's all right, I gotta make a few pit stops. I said, so I'll swing in here and say hello, which is always fun. And I learned something. I learned all kinds of stuff, Florida licensing, all kinds of good stuff. So I'm glad I did. Do. Let's see. Rusty Tony, what are the calls? We've been having a lot of opener problems because of the cold weather. Just freezing. I'm wondering, Rusty, like freezing to the ground or just malfunctioning? Tony was mentioning something about those. What openers was it? Now the photo eyes are turning off. That confused me a long time ago. LiftMaster was having, like, I remember I installed 2 of them at 2 different locations, and I remember a customer calling me, and this was kind of back in that era, probably, gosh, I don't know. I want to say like 2010, 2012 era, but it could have been a little farther. But I just remember a customer calling me, right? And I remember I went out there, looked at it, and I'm like, no, what the hell? I'm like, the eyes aren't lit. And so I remember I forget how I activated it, and they turned on. And I was like, that must be a new feature. Like they're turning off for cost savings. But the problem was, as the customer called me out there, they couldn't get their door to close. And of course, I was doing the normal, well, what's it doing? They're like, it's just blinking. And I'm like, that's a photo eye. And they're like, I don't know. They're not on. And I'm like, they're not on? Like, can they not be on? Both of them? You're nuts. And I got out there and I'm monkeying with stuff. I don't remember even how I did it. I pulled it and reset it. And it powered, the photo eyes came on. Now it's like, you do that weird, like, tiptoe out of the house. You're like, out of the garage. Because I don't think they were home. They were leaving or had, like, their dinner or something. And they obviously already paid. It's basically under warranty. And now I do that weird tiptoe out. Like, okay, so, like, are the photo eyes going to turn back off? And if they do, is this going to happen all again? And I'm going to have to come back? Or are we good? Like, are we good? Did I turn them on? Did I activate them? I don't know. And that's why I get really irritated about a lot of these company stuff. I'm like, quit messing with crap. Like, I understand we got to do all this EPA crap, right, with the cars, right? We got to save the earth. But I'm like, quit messing with the goddamn openers. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, how do we still have plastic bags? We know plastic bags aren't good. Somebody's got lobbyist money, right? They don't make it, right? We had to deal with stupid plastic. We had plastic straws, which were fine. Then they went to the cardboard straws that sucked. But why do we still have plastic garbage bags? Why? They are horrible for the environment. You should know that. You should have paper bags. And that way they blow out every time you take them out to the garbage can. But somebody's got money in there that they go, that's stupid. That would never work. That's right. So leave the frickin' straws alone and leave the damn openers alone. You know what I mean? And give me back my damn ATS. I want my mechanical limits. MS Dave, show Eric that old overhead jack shaft again. I know. Well, if he hasn't seen it, scroll back, check it out. It's pretty sweet. We had a minivan back through an 18x7 door we installed a year ago. Just snapped in half. Oh man, need a new door. You got that, Eric? Do you guys got that in stock? Do you got to go get it? Just use a box store. I feel like, didn't Eric tell me you work for a company, right? If I'm correct with that. He says, new opener install and other one that were at an angle. Oh, new opener. Make sure you're getting that customer telling, say send those pics so that we can tell if it's 7 foot or 8 foot tall. Oh, so Rich, yeah. So Rich says, he says, I think they shut off now. He says, I did notice that. And I ain't gonna lie, those photo eyes shutting off scare the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. When I look at something, I like to know, that's like the dash in your car just shutting off to save electricity. You know what I mean? No, I want my instruments and I want them for whatever reason. You know, it's kind of like cars, right? Certain things I like on cars, I'm in control. I don't even care for the automatic 4-wheel drive. You know, I like me a shift lever, right? I like knowing I'm pulling her in gear and all that. The other ones do work sometimes if they have more problem, right? But I just, ooh, man, I feel like some of these manufacturers, I'm like, are you deliberately trying to tick me off? Like the fact that we got rid of, and I still don't think there was a definitive, like there was something with a lawsuit possibly with Genie, but Genie doesn't even do it. So you think Genie would implement it into theirs if they won the lawsuit or whatever. But we got away from the blinking, the opener, on the LiftMaster. That really irks me. It really irks me on setting limits. It is really easy for a greenhorn person to figure out. I agree with that because other ones, you remember how you used to buck if you got the screw in wrong for your mechanic limits, and you'd be like, and you're like, it's bucking, or you got to come off the terminal. But the new ones, like I don't like. We're talking to Tony. I don't like that fact that I got to go through and reset everything if my down limit's still not right. I used to be able to bring it up a foot or two, right? Give her another little, and so, okay, so how do we solve this? Well, put me another on the circuit board. Well, that costs more money. That costs another 5-10 cents. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? Do that. That way I can just monkey my down all the time, not my up, or whatever. Run it through a cycle. I tell you, some of the stuff and the photo eyes, I don't like that. I do not like, I don't see any benefit. I never had a customer complain about it. I'm sure your cell phone charger being plugged in the wall probably takes more energy than those photo eyes. So for I've had it years ago. Like I said, I had 2 of them that I got there, play detective, right? You walk in, what's going on? You walk over the photo eye, all that kind of stuff. You're hitting the button. Damn, they're right. The door's not going anywhere. What's going on? It's not even activating. Look at the photo eyes. Photo eyes are off. What does that mean? Is it like they're supposed to be lit? You'd think like they need to wake up, and it's like you'd wake them up, and like it'd work, and you're like, did I fix it? What did I not set it? I had to see they were lit time I was here. Why'd they ever turn off? I don't know, goofy stuff. Plastic bags are illegal in Canada. Plastic bags are illegal in Canada. Only plastic garbage bags. Ooh. Somebody still got those garbage bags. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I like plastic garbage bags, but I'm just saying, when you think about it, right? I used to work for a leaf site at the DPW, and they got away from using plastic bags. They all had to be in paper bags. Otherwise, you had to take the plastic bags with you. But then it's really weird. Is they would actually, people didn't believe it, come in with garbage trucks, and they have a loader with the dumps, what we have at the shop here, and they dump it into there, and they just keep tipping it in the garbage truck and keep compacting it, and then they took it out to the landfill. I don't know why. Maybe they put it in a different area or whatever, but it went to the stinking landfill, and I just was like, they tell people bring them in plastic bags. And I know they get gummy and water, maybe it's mosquitoes or something, maybe, but then this stuff goes to the landfill. All the leaves, I'm like, okay, and then what they would do, right? I remember they didn't want people coming in. You could drop off wood, anything up to 3 inches. Anything over 3 inches, you couldn't dump it there. So you could bring brush, sticks, branches, all that kind of stuff. And there was a couple that would come in with like a 85 Chevy square body topper. I want you to envision this, right? Red. I believe it had a white topper on it. There was a couple that would come in there, a husband and wife, married. They tell me their story, been married for many, many years. That would come in there, and they would drive so slow into the driveway. I always knew it was them. I knew the truck, right? Come in, and they weren't supposed to. They allowed it the first year I worked there or whatever, right? That was okay. But then the second, third, fourth, they told us, nobody can come in there. They can't cut wood. And we all kind of knew amongst us guys that this couple, and I'm telling you, man, this couple was all of 87, 90 years old. That guy would get out there, and he'd bring a little hand saw, and he'd be chucking chunks, because people drop off pretty nice little chunks of wood, right? And that lady was sweet as can be, right? She'd tell me all the stories and how long they've been married and all this kind of stuff. And she'd be out there just a man, just picking up that stuff, whipping them back in that old Chevy square body. I'd go out there and help them once in a while when I could, and I had to deal with ID and stuff with other customers and that. And, I just admired them, just absolutely admired them. I thought, there's no way in hell, unless, unless God himself comes down here and tells me, you can't do that. I said, there's no way in hell I'm going to interrupt them. I said, they've lived this long in life that I said, for them to be this physically able to, and they enjoy it, they like having little fires. And I don't think they used it 100% for heat, but quite a bit. And they were like, I would come up to them and they go, can you believe? Can you believe these people throw this away? I mean, they came through like the Depression era, man. I mean, like you just could tell. And they were just the greatest couple. I'm sure they're not even here anymore. But man, I thought, I can't tell them, you cannot be out here and cutting no wood. It's liability. And have that old boy look at me and say, Sonny, you know how long I've been cutting wood and I still got all my fingers and all my legs, and you're sitting here and give me this bull crap? No, that's not going to be me. Oh man, good times. But I do remember when the garbage bags were around, when they used to have it at the leaf site, because my dad used to go there. I guess as a little boy, I don't quite remember, but I was running through the piles, right, as a young boy. And I went down into the pile, and it was all muddy and nasty. My dad had a nice truck. And I guess he said, yeah, he said, I made sure you got down to your underwear. He said, you weren't getting in my truck with all that mud. Maybe that's why they got rid of the plastic bags. I don't know. Interesting, though. I'd be smuggling in my plastic straw. I'd be going to like the restaurant. I'd be like, hey, man. Hey, you want one? You want one? 50 cents. Back in the end last year, he says, I was doing opener replacement like crazy. Most electronics issues was with the dam. He says 87504. Ooh. Maybe, I wonder too, Eric, what problems were there, just all across the board? Was there photo eyes? Was there certain something you're having problems with? This might be good. What's Rusty got? He says, Dave, he says, Mr. T sends taxpayer a 5,000 check. Do you think there will be more people buying garage door and openers? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's the $1 million. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. So if I don't get to it or something, you can always email me or something. But I don't know what to think of that. Is it is it weird to think that if Trump or Elon, my first instinct is to I just went, I kind of was like, I don't want your 5,000. I was like, if you're saving all this money and stuff, I thought, like, pay off the debt or do something with it. What I would like to see something long term. I'm not concerned about the quick fix. I'm looking for long term, right? I'd like to see, like, if we could get rid of the income tax. Oh man, sign me up. You know what I mean? Something of that nature. Because a lot of people don't know, the income tax was it was generated from a war. It was supposed to be temporary, just like the temporary suspension of the gold ratio. Or I'm not saying it right. Of was it Ronald Reagan that did that in 1971? The temporary suspension. Inflation. Is temporary, right? Temporary is that? Yeah, transitory. It's transitory. Whatever. You know what I mean? I'd like to see something more like that done for people. You know what I mean? We pay so much in taxes. Like, I didn't realize, I kind of knew it, but it didn't come to my attention that much until I just heard it again. And they were talking about how they, when you get your Social Security, you work all these years, and then you get Social Security, right? And you still got to pay taxes out of your Social Security. Come on, man. Talk about, that's why in that Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? Robert Kiyosaki. Now, he's had some of his little flunks too, but tax is the highest thing you'll ever pay in life. God, amen. Isn't that the truth? So I don't know. I'm concerned that they say it won't it won't cause inflation. I don't know how it can't. I don't see that picture. But ooh, man, who knows? Maybe it won't hit as hard because we had all the PPE loans and all that kind of stuff. There was a lot more in the circulation But I don't know. That's why I'm kind of like on the fence with the whole what's going on. You know what I mean? It is a possibility, Rusty. Rusty's combined with less illegal labor, and I think it could be a great year. That's fair. I don't, one thing I keep thinking about is I keep wondering too if like maybe without so many illegal immigrants, I go maybe that's going to hurt us, right? Maybe and the reason I say that is because maybe some of the houses that were getting eaten up by them, or maybe how they were getting money or funding or whatever, they're not needed so much now. So maybe the housing is going to kind of shrink a little bit. Just an idea. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see that it's going to be. I mean, there's a lot of moves being made, so I mean, I keep kind of like thinking it's going to be a good year, but I also kind of have that like where I keep looking at like there's definitely not a quick fix. That could be a quick fix for that a dopamine. A dopamine, I say a dopamine, but I meant more like a heroin fix. You know what I mean? To give you that high, but it might not last. That's my concern, and I don't know if we need that. Obviously, I know lower interest rates in houses would make things move again, but that also could make inflation. Inflation is really, I don't feel like wages and stuff have caught up near as much what inflation jumped up, and it's still stuff is still costing a lot of money. This guy, some trailers there shuts off, and I'm parking and idling. I think after 15 minutes. Wow, that's interesting. A lot of our big trucks around here do that. The box trucks for a lot of the guys that deliver garage doors, their trucks will shut off. That doesn't surprise me. That's that new technology. It's kind of irritating sometimes because that's one of those things. Sometimes I want to be in control. That's why I kind of like the older vehicles. Like I was just thinking the other day. What was I thinking? Oh, I know what it was. I was driving the wife's van, and I've had 2 or 3 incidences with it recently. One, the kiddo went out there and started it, but she didn't leave the key in it, right? The fob. So we hop in, we take off. All of a sudden, I'm getting this ding, ding. I'm like, what the hell's dinging? And it says, key not detected. And I'm like, where the hell's the key? I'm like, how's the car running without a key? And she's like, well, I don't leave it in here. She gave me some whatever story. I don't leave it in here because the door's locked. Maybe true. I don't know the car that well. And I'm like, oh, so got to go back, get the stinking key and we're making a trip where it's like the car will stay running, which I think is stupid because I always think to myself, if you left the car running, and for one, you leave a baby in or something, and somebody takes off with it, they can get away with everything. Or even if you don't have a baby in there, whatever, they can take off with your car until they shut it off. But they could just keep on driving. You got a full tank of gas, keep on rolling, or stop at a gas station, right? They don't got to shut it off. They can just keep filling it and keep rolling. So that irritates me. I like a key. The other problem is at a fob, the fob left it in the car, but it must have been on the fritz. It got cold, right? Got cold. Michigan gets cold. The fob wasn't working, so it started the car, but then it's telling me halfway down the road that the key is not detected. I'm like, the fob is right here. I'm like, why is it not? How did it start the car? It's not detecting. So now I got to turn back around. Got to go get the other fob. I put the other one in my pocket as I go into the store, be thinking it's going to work. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, just give me a damn key, man. Just give me a damn key. Eric says in my apprenticeship, says we had to order a door with Wayne Dalton. We can get the door in the morning. I love that we are so close to the factory headquarters. Yep, there you go. It works good for you. We're close. Got a deal that works with you. That's all it works. It works. Rusty says no, or Rich, I'm sorry. Rich says, Rusty, no, they'll be going to the casino. I must have missed something. Maybe he's talking about the legals. Eric says, that's what I like about the Invista. Back in the 80s, we outlawed paper bags to save the trees. Now we're back to paper bags. I was just thinking of something today. I was thinking how they can move Because, see, I think what it is, I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it's all about getting money out of your pocket to drain your resources, to keep you working, to keep you entertained, right? To keep you amused, to feed them the cake. Because what was I thinking? I said, well, whatever they just did, right? Oh, the EVs, right? Everything was EV, and now we're going back from the EVs. And I'm really like, I think I'm just gonna go horse and buggy pretty soon, honestly, because it just none of this stuff makes sense. All the stuff that they keep kind of, and then they get people, when you get the people, I'll never drive an EV, and I go, yeah, well, when they raise it to $20 to $100 a gallon, you'll be going, yeah, I'm not paying that much for gas. They won't force you. Your paycheck force you to. Maybe I should get that one. There you go. They won't force you, but your paycheck will force you to. Do, 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 do. What is this? I'm asking. Do, is there paper? Oh, it's down somewhere. Do, do, do. Canada. Eric's guy says, wow, Canada's probably a very nice scene. He says there isn't any bags in the forest. Forested shit. Yeah, that's true. Could be. Eric, just lots of drugs and crime. Oh man, assault somebody. You're out in the streets under hour. Defend your home like Texan life with no parole, pretty much. Dang. Tony's got us messed up. That's just crazy. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. Eric says, I'm staying in Ohio. He says, I don't think any of my vehicles can pass those stupid emission tests. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. That's another reason why I think Scotty, old Scotty Kimler, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, he's got he does the older vehicles because after they hit a certain year for how age, they don't have to be checked anymore supposedly. It's just kind of. Chicago had a recycling center to separate plastic from paper and glass. They shut it down because it was all contaminated with diapers and dead bodies. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. All that stuff, I know a lot of the recycling. I've watched a lot of videos and stuff on it. A lot of the recycling doesn't get recycled. Imagine that. People think, they do those little bins. And the problem is, what you always got to tell yourself, if charging you for it, they're making money off it, right? If they can get you for another $2 for a recycle bin, and you're going to save the earth. Okay. You know what I mean? It's all money, man. It's all money. People just understood it's just all it is money. It's money, money, money. How to get money out of your pocket. Subscriptions, all that kind of stuff. Tony's got, what the F he says, Rich B. Crazy. It doesn't surprise me, man. A lot of those, as soon as I heard, it wasn't too long after. I don't know the whole truth on all this stuff, but we had all our boxes, right? Because dealing with Wayne Dalton, you get a lot of boxes in your shipping for garage doors, and we used to take them over to what was that? Republic, right? They had a facility. They have machines in there, and they crush it, right, and smash it, and they put it on a conveyor, and they bandage it up. Come to find out, I even just heard it on the news one day. I just heard that basically China wasn't going to buy the U.S.'s imported cardboard anymore. And I was like, interesting. I didn't know they did in the first place. Okay. I don't know, about 2 or 3 months later, 6 months, something like that, right? All of a sudden, that facility closed down. I'm like, oh, shoot, because we get a lot of cardboard. So, of course, we had to get a bigger dumpster, and guess where the cardboard goes now? In the dumpster, which sucks. It goes in the landfill, fills up landfills premature. I mean, it's just cardboard, it could easily decompose, whatever. And I talked to actually a place I was working at, Brunswick was telling me that they get semi truck loads. Typically, I don't know how often, every 3 months or something like that. Truck loads with all the material and stuff. And so they said they used to take it there, and it was basically like free. And now they got to take it to the landfill and pay X amount of dollars. They were going to call a recycling place, but they charge like double or triple what it would be to take it to the landfill. So they're like, we take it to the landfill, and it's like, but because somebody was, I always kept wondering how can I drop this cardboard off for free? Well, because somebody was buying it, you know. Do 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 do. Evans guy says a car thief is so bad. Ontario says a police commissioner says just leave your keys in the mailbox so criminals don't kick your door. Ooh man, kick your door for them. Damn, that's crazy. In Canada, you can't have pals there, can you? I've been seeing this one. There's one out there. It's like a ball, and it's got like a pepper in it. It's got different flavors, I guess, or just regular balls too. But that one's supposed to be. It's not like anybody can carry it. I thought about getting something like that just to be a non-lethal, but it hurts like a son of a biscuit when it hits you. Like they'll show them in videos hitting people. I mean, they leave big old whelps. And I thought you smack a dude right in the eyes or in the face with that son of a biscuit in the eye or somewhere in the face or with that pepper too, that burning pepper. It's like pepper spray. I thought fudge, man. I said, man, I know it knocked my butt down. You know. On topic politics, he said I saw a video of President T saying he's going to inadvertently with the EPA and help with these issues with wash machines using barely any water. Oh, that'd be cool. And he's saying with dishwashers, that'd be nice. That would be nice. It could be AI video, but damn, I went that stuff to be true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you never know, man. You just never know. That's why I'm always like, it's kind of like with like a lot of the executive order stuff. All that stuff still has to be like approved eventually. It's like it kind of puts a stop on it for the meanwhile, but it's got to go to court and all that good stuff. I mean, it's stuff that's just over my head. You know what I mean? That sometimes you just can't even keep up. Sometimes I just go, I'm just gonna go out in the woods and I'm gonna cut me a tree down and build me a little log home. I'm gonna build one underground so they can't find it. And we don't get taxed on the damn thing. Dave, I checked in door installer. Dave, I checked in door help wanted jobs are over 1,000 in some places in Texas. Wow. That will pull garage door guys from everywhere else and drive up experienced labor prices. That's funny because I was actually just watching real estate down in Texas, how it's been really, they went to a lot of the rural areas and built all these homes. Now people are demanding, people come back to work. And they were kind of talking about how a lot of the immigrants, with them being, the housings might, there might be like a surplus of houses down there. So I don't know. I really don't know which way the thing's going to go. Part of me makes me think part of me wants to say, why are they handing out $5,000 checks? I go, to me in my head, my brain automatically goes to the economies must not be doing that good. And we're trying to jumpstart it, right? We're trying to give it, not CPR, but whatever they give you. I kind of trying to think of the electric pulse, because that will, defibrillator, is that what they call it? It'll give you a electric shock, and I don't know. I'm just there's a lot of I have people in our family that are that younger generation that about the age that they were at. I was already 3 or 4 or 5 years ahead of them being in a house. And I don't blame them. I look at the prices and I keep seeing what rent is, and then I see what utilities are. Holy moly, man. And I don't know. You almost have to work 3 jobs, to make, so you have just a okay living, you know what I mean? Just to afford the food. And we just had somebody that moved. Oh, it was just a real friend, a far friend of a friend, divorced couple. The mom is moving back in, with her parents and the traveling. I One of the kiddos went to a friend's house, and mom's living with mom, and you know what I mean. Like I just feel like I'm seeing a hell of a lot of that, a lot, and so I just some of these people are working pretty decent jobs. They're working two jobs, and oof, man, it's tough. It's tough out there. Oh, Eric says, I hate cars with a stupid fob. He says, I just want to use keys since they are a key. Not electronics. He says, I hate unnecessary electronics. This sort of has, he says, iPad. He says, on the dash, he says, I just want radio. I like how this one guy just did to on a video he was talking about. And he says, he picked up an older phone, and he says, this doesn't work anymore. He says, it'll turn on and everything anymore. It's 3G. And he goes, think about this technology like an electric car. He was saying how like nobody's gonna want an older electric car. It's gonna be like an old cell phone. You don't want an old cell phone. Nobody wants an old cell phone. I mean, nobody. You always want something that's new, innovative, that works, that's cutting edge. And so you think about a lot of these new vehicles. What are they gonna run into too? Especially ones with like the big screens. They start having problems. And the worst is a lot of stuff we probably, I know a lot of the newer stuff. What was I watching the other day? A guy blew out his master cylinder. I think it was on a Dodge, something, some kind of Sprinter van, maybe. He had two of them, but he blew out the master cylinder by collapsing. So he bleeds it. And he's like, just a side note. And I'm thinking, I never had a problem, but I understand where he's coming from. Maybe there's a built weaker. Maybe it's just, it's a one off. There's just so many things that, what was it? The Tundra? I think it was one of the Tundras now has electronic brakes. There's a certain way to make it deactivate. He tried all different ways. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just a change. Like I was so excited, right? As a younger man, when they came out with disc on the back, because I hated doing drums. I hate drums. I don't so much now that I understand them and I got the tools to do them and the knowledge. And I know I got, have patience. But when they came out with the disc on the back, it was like, easy, easy, baby. But now we got to deal with this electronic park brake crap that's like, you can break the motor and it's like, we had a good thing. Now we went to a bad thing. It's like, why? We should become Amish. This is stupid shit. I love it. Eric, I don't want that goofy haircut. Oh, the goofy haircut. Harris, sup? How you doing? I'll take the goofy hair. I'll sacrifice it. Well, they got the beard, right? When they're married. Married? Boom. I'm right in. I'll take the goofy. They can go right around here right now. Buzz it. Andrew says, hey there, love from Idaho. Awesome. Hopefully the weather's going to warm up. Hopefully we're still dealing with a lot of snow. We're going to deal a lot of melt here pretty soon, though. I think Rich B is going to be the same boat. We're going to be out in our shorts pretty soon. They worry about us damaging the environment. Look up ship breaks. What is it called? Ship breaks in India? India? Huh. That's interesting. I will figure out how to convert my vehicle to run on water before I go electric. Ooh, yeah. There's been stuff out there. It's pretty crazy. Oh, my subcompact 9 Miller does well too. I would agree. I'd agree. You know what's crazy about it? My old business partner. Hey, we got 12 likes. Thank you guys for the like too. I agree, man. We've seen some. I'm sure you guys in your area too. We've seen some crazy people, man. When they get hopped up on the juice, whatever they're on, they're almost unstoppable. I'm sure you can watch. There's videos online that got this stuff too, right? You see the cops, you see whatever, they tase them, right, and they just keep walking. And I mean, they basically are out there in their underwear, and they hit them 3 times with a taser, and like they don't even flinch. And my business partner, he always, I think he had a 40. Yeah, I think he carried a 40 cal, and he's just like, dude, he's like, you ever see, like, I mean, like you can hit them, it won't drop. He's like, you hit them with that. He's like, you're going to do some damage. You know what I mean? So sometimes a little bigger, a little more punch, you know? 9 messed you up too. 22. 22 don't even really scare me. But I don't want to take one. We have a company called, is it Kimball? Kimball, and they have over 50% of our market in trash and recycling. Wow. Wow, that much, huh? Wonder who controls the landfills. Dave, you need to live on boat. Oh yeah. No taxes, dude. I know. I heard of people doing that. Somebody was out in Cali. There, I think they were like they follow a motocrosser, and he was in that area or something. So they just moved on a boat, and the guy was telling me about it. It's his son, you know, and he kind of acted like he's almost kind of embarrassed. And I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome. It's like, wow, it's the cheapest way he could find to live. He can't afford a house out there, and I'm just like, hell yeah. I'm like, dude, that's great. I'm like a single man. Psh, sign me up, man. That sounds great. Stimulus. Need some stimmies. No, we can't open carry Canada until West joins the States. Man, that's right. Yeah, hopefully that will change. Eric, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Freeze, you got. I'm so ready for summer. Heck yeah. Same here. I don't know why my one daughter, she asked me, you know, kids, right? She says something about, what'd she say? She goes, is this summer? I said, does it look like summer? I said, you got to go to spring first. I said, you know, she's like, well, I'm like, yeah, I guess. Don't you ask me that ever. I wish it was. I'm ready. Seen some robins, so maybe we're getting closer. Evan says, if I understand it correctly, the more houses you have for sale, the more opportunities for young people like me to buy a home. Maybe. We our problem right now is we got interest rates have gone. We had low interest rates, and so people were, you know, getting the jab, man. They were enjoying the juice, and now it's back up. So now you got people that are stuck, in a sense, because they don't want to get off those houses until they can get a lower. Because you know they don't want to go. Normally everybody wants to go up in prices, right? For houses are bigger and better, and so we're kind of at this weird lull right now. And as far as I know, the builders aren't going too crazy because they know the market's not super hot, so there's not a lot of building going on. Even one of the builders that's pretty big around here hasn't been doing too much, and I've been noticing in like our smaller areas, like the houses that are, I'd say middle class to lower, very lower middle class. There's been some properties being built, houses. So I'm like, oh, I'm like, it's finally nice to see some small houses being built, you know, versus, you know, most of them around our area has always been, you know, 5 bedroom, 5 bath. You know, it's like they're going for 400 or 500. It's like, man, that's pretty steep, you know, 400 or 500,000. It's like, you know, and that's like our lowest ones, you know, and it's like, whoa, you know, where I'm used to the cookie cutters of, you know, 2 to 3 room, 1 bath is what I grew up a lot of around. But you don't see those being built very much. Where now it's like you're seeing a 3 bath or a 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 2 bath, you know, modest home being built. A couple of them, at least around the shops area, you know. So that's kind of nice to see. I have to throw out all my iPhone cores and get the next. I know. Well, I just ran into that problem. It was I had something like that, Evan. I forget whose it was. I think it was a kiddo's iPad or something. I can't remember. And I was like, "Here, just plug it." And the wife Tron's like, "It won't work." I'm like, "What do you mean it won't work?" It's the different now. It's the just picking. You know, couldn't they could just come up with all like they could just share? You know, like make our lives easier. I got over 2 in the truck. Then sometimes you get a flashlight. It takes that weird one too. That weird, you know. So you got to have. You know, they got a junk jar full of different ones. If the boat's rocking, don't come a knocking. That's right. I was talking to my friend who was a cop, and she says if they don't fall after being tased, Then what is it? Shoot the suspect depending on how dangerous the suspect is. Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's why normally a lot of them have like there's like one that's lethal, one's non-lethal. You know, someone's got taser, one's got whatever. You know, they got to at least try, right? They got to at least try. That way they don't get in super trouble. Uh, what is that called? What's that got in there? It's called. Is it ventilating or ventilating them? Crazy. I don't know, a lot of weird stuff. Like I said, I hope, I'm right with there. I'm with Tony on this, Mr. Papa Tony on it. You know, I'm hoping that this is, I agree that this is Trump's legacy year, and he's gonna make it just super. You know, even if it's a turd, he's gonna make it super shiny and look good. Um, but it scares me about who will be the next. You know, which is obviously a long ways down. Shouldn't worry that, but I just, you know, or like I've talked about in the past, is it something where the people that run the strings, you know, kind of go, we're going to let it land on his watch. Everybody thinks he's so this or that. Poof. You know, I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. I'm the glass is half full on this one. I'm hoping we're looking good, baby, and we're gonna rock it this year, and things are gonna be on the upswing. But I also got that little grain of salt where I'm kind of going, but what if? But what if? How is that without like we got a lot of stuff still closing down in our area. So, you know, we don't have nothing being built. I mean, a lot of stuff was going to be the battery stuff that a lot of people didn't want, which I'm glad. But what's going to take over? Like I said, we might not see until a year and a half, 2 years in, till we really see something really happen. It's going to take some time. I mean, going there swinging hard. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad, all about it. Do 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 do. All the cops around here have guns and stun guns. Ooh, yeah. Someone's got those rubber ones. Man, those things wallop. You know, those bag, what do they call them? The beanbag guns or whatever. Those things will hurt like a son of a biscuit, too. Did I catch up on it? Sweet. I did. All right. I'm going to get out of here, guys, because I know it's getting late. We all got to get to work and all that good stuff, you know, tomorrow. All that dandy stuff. I'm glad you guys were here. I hope you guys have a good week. If you guys come across anything that you think is kind of interesting, shoot me an email. If you just want to say hi, shoot me an email. Just want to say goodbye, shoot me an email. You can always text me if you got my number. That good stuff. And you know how it goes, man. Keep your fingers. Don't put chains. Eric, you seen that opener, I hope, right? That was rally. Let me see here. I don't know, did Eric already say? He said good night. I gotta say one more time. I gotta show you this open if you didn't see it, because you gotta go back in the archives if you didn't see it. Here's your old school. Like I said, this was that direct couple. Look at those sons of biscuits. They got direct couple back in 1965, but we can't get it nowadays. An old overhead. Old school, baby. Ooh, it's even got side contactors. Who does that? That's not safe. All right, guys. Have a good week. Stay warm out there. Like I said, it's supposed to be in the 40s. Hoorah. We're all about that around here. We'll talk to you later. See you on the next. Shoot me something. You got anything, let me know. Adios, amigo. Let's see. Bye. I think this is end.